Welcome everyone to tonight's Team Torus new member call. We are so excited to have you joining us tonight. We always use these calls as a way to welcome you, share with you a little bit about who Team Torus is, how we got to where we are now, and then of course, save some time at the end to answer your questions. So we'll go ahead and get started tonight. We are going to introduce ourselves and a little bit about our story and the background of Team Torus.
Yeah, so hello everyone. My name is Steph Warner, and that was my sister Hannah. She and I started this business back in 2020. Hannah was actually introduced to the AO scan first. She was working at a holistic wellness clinic and experienced a scan for herself and had incredible results. She called me, had to tell me about it, and I had actually been looking into frequency devices at the time, but didn't find anything that really wowed me, that really checked off all of the boxes that I was looking for. So once we both experienced scans with the AO, we were blown away, couldn't believe the detail in the reporting and how much there was to offer for one very affordable price. So we both got signed up and we knew that we wanted to share this with a few others. So we shared it with our dear friends, Juliana Malilly and Stacy Ellie. And from there, we decided that we really wanted to build a business with this and share it with the world. We couldn't just keep this technology to ourselves. So in January of 2021, the four of us launched Team Torus together, and the rest is really history. We had a wild and crazy first year of launching this business. It really was kind of like the Wild West. This brand new technology. Not a lot of people are aware of frequency-based devices, bioresonance feedback scans, and we were out there just forging the way and introducing this to people all over the world. And within our just first 2 years, we are so excited to share with you that we have built a team of over 600 that are now using the AO scan either for themselves and their families or in their practice as professionals. So we're so excited that you are joining us as well. And we thought we would just give a little bit of background on how it all began, because it's really been a quick, a quick story. So yeah, let's share a little bit about our mission and what we stand for.
Yeah, so when we came together, the four of us, we wanted to lay a foundation, set our intentions, and manifest our dream team, which is coming to fruition right before our eyes. And we really wanted to figure out how we were going to not only share this device, but the why behind it. And so our mission is to raise the vibration of our planet by helping people put their health back into their hands with, of course, the quantum technology from Solex. There is nothing more powerful than taking back your health. And this device allows you to do just that on both the emotional and the physical level. And so, especially after the last 2+ years, with everything that the world has gone through, more and more people are wanting to take back their power. They're not wanting to rely on others all the time, at least for their health and wellness. So the AO scan technology launched really the perfect timing, and it is our mission to help as many people as we can. We are all very passionate about holistic health, about supporting others so that they can reach a point of thriving in body, mind, and spirit.
Absolutely. And right along with that, I actually have a background in marketing. So our brand as a team was really important to me. And I wanted our identity to have a meaning because I know that once we have that intention, then that vibrates out into everything else that we do. So we chose the name Team Torus. Actually, Torus is Torus, and this is a term from quantum physics and sacred geometry. The torus is created when the flow of energy is aligned and the human form reaches a perfect balance between spirit and matter. And that's what we believe you can achieve by using your AO scan. That frequencies that bring your body back to a state of homeostasis will create this healthy, beautiful, flowing torus of bright, vibrant energy around you. And when you do that for yourself, you are lifting up the whole entire world. So that is why we are Team Torus, and this is our lovely little logo. And now off to just some basic team guidelines.
Yeah, so we wanted to set some guidelines, first of all and foremost for ourselves, but then as we grew our team and we knew that we were going to be successful because how magical the AO scan technology is, we wanted to make sure we had this healthy foundation for our team. So of course, always staying heart-centered and leading with compassion. When you lead with your heart and have an intention for service, the rest takes care of itself. So just know that we are here to share solutions and hope through the AO scan technology, not sell. I always say that if you lead with your heart and compassion, the AO scan will sell itself. It's an amazing tool. It's diverse. It's comprehensive. It's a great deal. You get a lot of bang for your buck. They want to hear and feel your heart. And then when they do that, they'll gobble up the AO scanner. We also want to make sure that everybody knows that there is enough room for all of us to grow and succeed. Staying in an abundance mindset will allow you to do just that. Whether or not you want to do this as a business, that's a conversation for another day. But just that there is enough room for all of us to help all the people in the world, because we can use this technology remotely and truly help anyone anywhere they are. Think of the millions of people, billions of people that are out there waiting to hear from you. So you attract what you radiate. Just keep that in mind. And then last and probably one of the most important is that, safety. We have to be very careful with this technology because it can do so many wonderful things. We also want to protect it. I personally never, and I know I speak for all of us, want to have the AO scan taken from me. And so just be mindful when you are talking about the AO scan, when you are sharing it, that you are not using the words diagnose, cure, or treat. We are not allowed to use those words because our device is not approved by the FDA. And there's lots of great verbiage and lingo around how you can work around avoiding those words. So protect your business, protect yourself, our team, the AOScan technology, and Solex by just being mindful when you're sharing about the device.
Absolutely. One of the most important things that we can do. And we want you to know that we have so many resources to support you, whether you are using this device for yourself, your family, or you want to use it in your practice, or if you think you might want to build a business with it like Hannah and I have and share it with others. We have so many resources available to you. We have a couple of different Facebook groups, and I just want to outline what each of those is for. So our Team Torus Facebook group is for those who have an existing AO scan subscription, and it has to be active. This is where we share some business guides, education. It's a great place to go and ask questions of our team and other people who are using the device every day, and maybe looking for different frequency playlists for certain ailments that your clients may be experiencing, or looking for different ways to build your business and share scans and different packages and price points with others. So that is what the Team Torus Facebook group is for. Our Quantum Essentials group is for anyone who is interested in learning more about AOScan technology and wants to connect with someone who is willing to give them an introductory scan or help them make their first purchase. There's lots of testimonials in this group. It's a wonderful place to send people to learn more about the technology before they actually experience it for themselves. And I can promise you this is a very high integrity group. If someone is looking for help and making a purchase or signing up for their first scan, we direct them back to the person that initially invited them. And everyone really honors that. So both of these groups are wonderful, and If you're not on Facebook, then several of us are sharing on Instagram as well. I know both Hannah and I and Julie are pretty active on there. We also have some marketing tools available to you. So this is something that I know Solex is working on behind the scenes, but until they have products that they can share with us, I have created some on my own, and they are in compliance with Solex as far as the wording is concerned with describing the programs and all of its features on the AO scan. So if you are interested in learning more about these, please reach out to me because I can customize a personal website landing page for you, as well as some digital shareable forms, like things that are easily textable or that you can put into messengers. I have brochures and also posters as well that you can customize with your name, contact information, photo, website, however you want people to get in touch with you to learn about the AO or sign up for scans. These are really wonderful marketing tools to share this if you're going to be doing stuff out in public or online.
Yes, I highly, highly recommend at the minimum getting having a personal brochure made for you. They have been just so valuable on this journey of sharing the AO scan. So another way that we offer or how we support you all is through monthly Team Torus calls. So every month we host 2 calls to support our team. The first 2 weeks of each month at 7:30 p.m. Central Time here on Zoom. The first call is more of a training call for our team. So we're here, of course, to answer questions, but we like to, add in business building tips, maybe discuss a new feature on the AO scan because it's ever evolving and always having upgrades added to it. Sometimes we'll feature a guest speaker, have some testimonials to share. And again, just be here we want to show up, be here for you to support you, answer your questions, make sure that you are feeling confident in using your AO scan technology, and as well as, of course, being successful. Then the second week of the month, we do an AO scan presentation. And what this is another Zoom call where we present for you and anybody who may be interested in the AO scanner, what the technology is, all the ins and outs and itty bitty details of the AO scan. So this is a great opportunity for you to come and just see how somebody else presents this technology. You can learn and then take this information and the presentation, which we make available to you, and share it yourself. Or you can invite anybody, prospects, customers, friends, family who have shown interest in learning more about the AO scanner to these calls, and we will be there to present and then answer questions at the end. So it's a great opportunity for many different reasons, but first 2 weeks of every month, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, we are here for you all.
Yes, absolutely. And you can check the Team Torus Facebook group for those links. If you're not active on Facebook, then we do try to send out emails to the team as well. So one thing that we just want to keep in mind for you is no matter how you are using the AO scan, we are here to help you succeed. And the best ways that you can do that is to do just these 3 things. Participate in our monthly calls, because people who show up to these events have all of the information that they need, and you're not left wondering, well, what's going on with this update? How do I do this? We are here to answer those questions for you. Also, engage and ask questions in our Facebook groups. There is a wealth of information, especially in the Team Torus group. We have so many brilliant practitioners who are using this device in their practices with their patients and their clients and seeing amazing results. So they always have wonderful feedback to share, great ideas with which frequencies to use for certain issues that people may be facing. And there's also just great advice for troubleshooting. I will say too that Solex customer service is incredibly supportive. So if you can't get an answer from someone on Team Torus, then Solex is just a phone call away. They answer as soon as you call with somebody friendly, ready to help you. And if you don't do a phone call, they also respond to emails as well. And then share with your heart. This really is like one of the most important things. If you're wanting to do scans for others, or if you're wanting to sell the AO scan so that people can experience this amazing technology and all of the benefits that it has to offer, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And the world needs to hear your authentic story of why you love this device and how it is helping you and the ones that you love or the people that you are serving. So with that, we just want to give you a little glimpse of what is possible with success in Solex. There is a very generous compensation plan, as well as certain ranks that you can reach to earn different bonuses and awards. And we just kind of want to show you guys how far we have come in just the short period of time that we've been doing this in just the last 2 years.
Yes, and I just want to add to that as Steph mentioned, the business side of this is an option. It's an opportunity. But if you just want to focus on yourself and your family, we are here to support you through that as well. Because when we feel better, we naturally do better. And so like we mentioned in the beginning of this, that is our mission, to get this world, to raise a vibration and get this world feeling better and doing better with every breath that they take. And so yes, is there a business opportunity? Yes, is it amazing? Yes, do we want you here with us? Absolutely. But there is never any pressure from us on Team Torus or Solex to make this a business. So we just want you to, know that and feel that. But if you do decide, and it kind of has happened naturally for a lot of us to get to this point, you just start sharing with your heart, like Steph said, what you're experiencing, and then people want to experience it for themselves. And so if we can get it to platinum, the four of us are currently the top of the company in just really under 2 years, then so can you. You absolutely can rank up with us. We want to have you up here at the top with us. We believe that you can do it. We know it's possible because you're helping people, and you can't go wrong with sharing your heart and making a positive difference in people's lives. So we hope to see you at the top with us. We're here to support you in getting there. Happy to share, our individual stories, maybe another time, how we've gotten to where we are now. But like this slide says, if we can do it, so can you.
Yeah. And at the very least, before we go on to this exciting announcement, at the very least, I just want to add to that you can get this device and your subscription for free. And all it takes is sharing it with 3 people who purchase the device and the subscription. And once you do that, then your subscription is completely paid for, and you have earned enough commission that completely pays for your initial investment in the device. So even if you just want to do 3 people, nobody should be paying for their subscription or their device, as far as I'm concerned, because it's such an amazing opportunity that Solex has offered to us. So moving on, there is a incentive trip that Solex announced, and if anyone is interested in earning an all-inclusive paid trip to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, then we are on course to do that, and we want to help you get there. And the time frame for that is you have until August 31st of 2023 to earn this trip. It is incredibly doable. For one person to go for free, you only need to add 15 people to your direct line, and there's some details that we can share with you about that. But we would love to be celebrating with you on the beach in March of 2024 when the trip will take place. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to ask us in the Team Torus group.
Yes, looking forward to that and seeing all of you there on the beach, just celebrating, sharing your passion, your light in this world. So we want to stay connected with you all, and we want to ensure that you know how to do that. So like Seth mentioned, we have our Facebook groups, Team Torus and Quantum Essentials. We also have an email that we send out through helloteamtorus@gmail.com. And then you can also follow us on our YouTube page, which is called Quantum Essentials, where we post videos for both mostly educational purposes that can help you as you're getting started, but then also that you can share with people as you start to share the technology. We want to hear from you. We learn from each other. We all have so much wisdom and experience to share with and without the AO scan technology. I always love to hear how everyone is incorporating it into their personal and professional lives. We truly are building a community here. We want to stay connected with you. Please ask your questions. Please reach out with your wonders, troubleshooting, challenges, whatever it might be, because that is why we're here. That is part of this journey for us, and we want you to feel supported. So.
Yes, wonderful. And now I think we're ready to go ahead and open it up to the Q&A. And so we will go to the chat to see what questions we have to answer from you.
We will dive into questions.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and add the Facebook group links to the chat in case you don't already have access to them. While Hannah is reading through some of those questions.
Sure. All right, Sharon, let's see. With the inner voice, do you have to speak into the microphone each time? How many times a day do you run the inner voice scan? Do you do it every time you want to listen to it, or is it good for the day or several days? That's a great question, Sharon. So you can do it as many times as you feel your emotions are shifting throughout the day. Maybe you wake up and you are feeling great, and then midday something happens and you need some new music to listen to because your emotional state has changed. So there's no right or wrong answer. 2 to 3 times, I think, is a great goal to have. And each time you can rescan your voice if you feel like it's necessary and those emotions have shifted. But there are plenty of us who serve our clients. We give them inner voice music on a Monday and they listen to it for a whole week until they send us a new clip the following week. So it won't hurt you to listen to the same music for longer than a day or 3 either. Anything, Steph or Julian, you want to add to that?
But yeah, you have to speak into the microphone each time. There's a question about scanning a pregnant woman. You can scan them just like you would anybody else. There really isn't anything different to expect. Lauren has said that the fetus's energy is completely different from the mother's, and so it will just be scanning the mother. There are some things that are being shared between them, but luckily it is very safe to do.
Okay, Sharon, another great question in the homeopathic section. What strength are the homeopathic frequencies that you broadcast, and how do they work when there are so many different potencies? So they reviewed this at Day of Discovery when they launched the homeopathic long section. Those of you who are new, we went from having 40 to over 300. So it was an amazing upgrade to our system. But essentially, it is not potency, it is the frequency, and your body will take what it needs. So, just like with the other frequencies under the other Cepheid programs, you can blast yourself with 55 frequencies, but your body is only going to take and process the information that it needs. So there is, and he said, I know for those people who have been with homeopathic or even, specialized in it for a long time, may not be satisfied with an answer, but that is just the reality of the way this is set up. We have the frequency for the homeopathic remedy, and your body will take what it needs. And then how does the scanner know to recommend different therapies such as emotional freedom technique? Does it have a database of different modalities? That's another great question. Steph, do you want to answer that?
Yeah. So when you type in the name of a therapy, anything that has ever been spoken into existence has its own unique frequency. Every word has its own unique frequency. So when something like emotional freedom technique or the emotion code or infrared sauna is put in, the scanner is literally asking, is this a match for this person? It sends the frequency of those words. It sends those words frequency algorithm, however it does it, and asks the body, is this a resonant match? And it either gets a yes or a no. And that's how it does that. But I have found it to be incredibly accurate. And the supplements and therapies scan is one of my favorite, and I believe one of the most powerful things that you can be doing for yourself, and especially if you're using this for clients. So we'll go on now to the passes. So if you're going to be sharing Alpha 3 passes, you have to educate people beforehand and give them ample information and understanding of how to use the device. Now, going back to also the question about like, how does inner voice work? And do I need to record my voice each time? Within your app, they now have videos that help explain how each of the programs work. So if you tap, let me sign into mine real quick. If you tap on the question mark, I think it's the question mark. So I'm going to go into inner voice right now. If you tap on the question mark and you go into inner voice, tap on the question mark within inner voice, it will bring up a video that explains how inner voice works. You have to make sure that people know that this information is available to them, because even if you walk them through the whole thing, they're likely going to forget.
I think too, Sharon, I would add, use your judgment and your intuition. You know who is ready to experience the full thing themselves and have it in their hand versus those who maybe aren't as ready. What I usually do is if it's a client, I will do scans on them first so that they're kind of familiar with the process, send me your voice recording, all of that. And then if I feel like they're ready, I'll let them have a 3-day pass. Or if it's somebody who is knowledgeable, has a background in bioresonance technology or frequency medicine, has used other maybe technologies before, that sort of thing. Otherwise, them having the experience direct with you is also extremely valuable.
Yeah, I only share Alpha 3 passes on a very limited basis. I primarily do introductory scans, which includes a full easy scan and a walkthrough of their results. And I charge for this. I do not do anything for free anymore. All of us spent a long time last year giving away scans for free, and we found that that was a dead end. You want people to understand that this has value, and people who just want stuff for free do not care about value. This device is saving people thousands of dollars in potential laboratory fees, doctor's visits, having to go to multiple practitioners. They can get all of that information in one-stop shop. So know your worth and the worth of this device, and remember that this brings so much value. So the next question, I don't get consistent results of double reds. Okay, that's okay. If you're not getting consistent results of double reds, that's actually a good thing. That means that your body is balancing itself and the frequencies are helping. So if you are feeling like you need to understand it a little bit more before you share it with others, that's okay. I think if you haven't utilized the supplement library with the scans yet, where you're including the supplement library in your easy scan, or you're not doing quick scans and then vital scans, that is how I connect the dots for people. That is how I say, okay, look at this. Like, I have a very large collection of supplements. And if there's something for parasites that comes up, if there is a multi B complex that comes up, vitamin C or something for specifically for like kidney and liver support comes up, then I can almost every single time go through their vitals report and say, here's where the parasites are showing up. Here's where your bees are showing out of range. Here's where, and then that's sort of what helps people. So,
and yeah, I would add too that, it will change if you are scanning at 7 a.m. today and 3 p.m. tomorrow, because your body systems, your different organs are working differently throughout the day. So you want to try and be consistent with when you're scanning first thing in the morning. Ideally, in the perfect world, you would be scanning the same time every day. But like Steph mentioned, if you're not seeing consistent things, that's a great thing. So
Yes.
how do you invite people to try the inner voice? I offered it to two people and they listened to it once. Yeah, so like we had mentioned, it's a two-way street, right? You have to be aligned with the technology, which it sounds like you are, but so do they. They have to be ready, right, to experience this, and they have to see the value in it, which is part of why we did start charging, because as we started to continuously give free scans away, we just realized that everybody wants something free, and they didn't see the value in what they were receiving. And so one thing is I've changed it to personalized meditation music. That seems to resonate with people who especially aren't familiar with this type of technology or even binaural beats. But you can't force them to listen to it more than once. They have to see the value. And I would just say, gentle encouragement, follow up. How did you like your music? Did you notice any shifts? And if they say no, then you could say, well, you know, to receive the best benefits, you should listen to it more than one time. 1 to 2 times a day is best practice, and then just go from there. They can't make anybody do something they're not ready for.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Taylor's asking if we can do a little demo on how we walk through the results with clients, things that we focus on. So kind of like what I was mentioning earlier. So I make sure that my supplement library is filled with all of the best supplements, the ones that I have used, the ones that I know create great results. And that will be totally different for you, right? You're going to maybe use different things. Some people want to use essential oils. Other people want to use different herbal tinctures. I would just say if you can stack your supplement library full of quality supplements and transfer that supplement library to the person's new profile. So this is really like a whole training in and of itself on just how to do that. But you can transfer your supplement library to a new profile. And then when you do an easy scan on them, you can select those categories before you start the scan so that they will be compared while that scan takes place. And then when you get the results, you see exactly what's going on. You see those supplements that showed up. And as you scan through, whether it is in their meridians or in their chakras or in their vitals report, every single time I can pinpoint. And if you know your supplements, then really you know what they do and how they can support a person. So you can say, well, like your kidney meridian is really low energy right now. And that's probably why XYZ supplement came up for you, because you're needing the frequency of that supplement. And then you can scroll down and you say like, oh, I see that your detoxification pathways are doing XYZ, and here's probably why you need some liver support. So,
And also, yeah, I would add to lean into, as a practitioner, your health history intake form. They're going to come to you and say, I'm experiencing these symptoms. And they may not know the root cause of that, but you will after looking at their scan. So use what you know about the client, look at their scan and say, well, no wonder you're experiencing digestive issues. Your digestive enzymes are all over the place. It will become apparent the more you use it and practice it. It will become apparent on how to connect the dots for them. So the supplement's a great suggestion, as well as using what they're expressing to you, what they're sharing with you that they're experiencing.
yeah. And if I see more than 3 or 4 parasites present for somebody, if I see a list of like 4 or 5 heavy metals for somebody, that to me is a huge red flag. If I see 2 or 3 different molds, especially if it's like aspergillus or stachybotrys mold, then I think, okay, this person has definitely been exposed to mold at some point. Um, there's just, yeah, there's so many ways that you can connect the dots, and it really just takes practice. And also, I think, Taylor, you had also asked about the phase 1 and phase 2. That is definitely worth it to go deeper into the reports. And you also get to unlock some additional information in the reports when you complete phase 2 that's not available to everybody else. So if you're wanting to really dive deep with your clients, then I would recommend those.
Seth, I'll let you do that. Her next question with the marketing materials translate.
Yes, so the marketing materials are completely digital. The brochure is for people who want a printed hard copy, but everything else is completely digital. So there's a website landing page, there's a digital shareable that is basically all the same information of the brochure, but in the format of you're sending it to somebody to look at on their screen, on their phone, to just easily scroll. And you can text that or message that to someone. So yeah, you can definitely share those. As far as editing it to add your brand colors, so I created everything in compliance with Solex, and Solex has asked that their brand and their materials, which this isn't really their materials, but that there's not like a million different colors of Solex branded things out there. If we all put our own little unique spin on it, then people might get confused, like who is Solex and what are they? So unfortunately, that part is not changeable, but you can add all of your name, your own website, email, your sales link, all of that to it.
Thank you. So Tammy, can you send too many frequencies in one day? The answer is yes and no. Depends on the person. We are complex beings, and everybody responds to frequencies differently. I would say the rule of thumb is one, you always want to, what I recommend you do is write down your goals and your health and wellness goals in priority of which one you want to address, and then start focusing on that. Let's say it's thyroid health is your number one. And then start playing frequencies for thyroid health for a solid week and see how you feel. It might take 2, 3, 4 weeks even, but you're not going to need to send the thyroid frequency playlist plus the digestive frequency playlist plus the, I don't know, like knee injury playlist. Your body can only handle so much information, right? And it's going to take what it needs. But some people do experience what I say, like the wired experience, or overwhelmed, especially with the detox frequencies. You just have to be careful with who you're sending it to and what you're sending. My rule of thumb is 5 to 7 frequencies in a day. Have I done more for myself? Absolutely yes. Am I more cautious with my clients? Absolutely yes. And I try to stay focused on one specific health goal or topic for them before, instead of jumping all around, so that they can experience the best results too. And the same goes for yourself. I hope that helps. All right. Steph answered the phase 1 question. And chiropractor in Nashville interested in, you're heading out of the country for 2 weeks. How exciting. Specific videos available. So the Solex LLC YouTube page is going to be a dear friend of yours. They have lots of videos there, some that have been done really well, and you can pick and choose, but there is one back there specifically for practitioners that you can send. So if you have trouble finding it, just reach out to one of us, but on the Solex LLC YouTube page. And what's our take with scanning without a headset? We have seen this technology evolve and come so far just in the last 2 years. And so none of us scan with a headset, especially our remote clients, obviously. We just scan and optimize, and the results are spot on. I mean, it truly is remarkable how far this technology has come. And do I still use the headset for myself in the morning? yes, but I know that I don't do it for my kids or my husband because it's just easier. So um, Solex has come out multiple times and said that the accuracy is so minuscule that it's not necessary between using them and not. All right.
How do you charge for scans?
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, that is really up to you. We do have a pricing guide in our Facebook group under the guides section. We have lots of documents in there that you can scroll through, and some of those are some like business recommendations. We have people charging anywhere from like $35 to like $175. I personally think the more you charge, the more people value for it. But I charge per scan right now. I know there's people that have packages of like, you'll do inner voice for a month and it costs this much. I want people to own this technology. I want people to take their health back into their hand and not be reliant on me. And I want people to spend their money wisely. And if they're going to spend so much money just scanning with me that they could have just bought the device and the subscription themselves, then why would I make them do that? So for the most part, somebody will do like one introductory scan with me and they will purchase the device. That's how I run my business. I know other people do it differently, and other people that don't even want the device, it's too much for them and they want way more support. And I think Hannah has more experience with that.
Yeah. So as a practitioner, you'll know who can handle having this device in their hands and who is not there yet. Especially those who have been fighting chronic illness for a long time. Sometimes it can be too much and overwhelming for them. So again, as a practitioner, you will know who is ready for this. And so what I usually say is I would love to support you. I charge $149 for a scan, $555 for a 5-pack. To really make progress with what you're dealing with, you're looking at a minimum of 10 to 20 scans. And this is just the honest answer. And for some people, they're in the 40 to 60 range. So if they are ready, I will say, you would be better off purchasing this yourself. I will help you with your protocols, what playlist to create, how often to run your easy scan. I will support you in getting set up, and then you will benefit. You will have greater benefits from being able to have access to this daily instead of me scanning you maybe once or twice a week. So that is a way that you can, it's not even a sales tip, it's just really the reality of it that Solex has made this device so accessible, and their generosity for the cost in the $149. And I know to some people that's a lot, but for $5 a day, you wouldn't be able to go, or they wouldn't be able to go to any wellness center, including me, and get the types of results and benefits from this technology. So if you're clear with that, then you can support your clients that way as well.
Yep. I charge $77 for an introductory scan, knowing that my intention is to get the device into their hands. For somebody like Hannah charging $149, that's totally doable because people are looking for more of like practitioner level support. And that's not the type of support that I am offering. I'm offering education and teaching them how to utilize this. So for top tips for getting started with this, using it with clients and sharing this in a business, I would recommend practicing, right? Just say out to your Instagram world or to your client base, I am looking for 5 people who would like to try out this new technology that I'm going to be offering soon. I will let you do scans with me. We will read through your reports together. And that is really the best way for you to get that experience. And doing it with people who understand that this is kind of like a test and trial period. Otherwise, scanning friends and family members if you don't have clients that you're comfortable doing this with. Keep scanning the people that are closest to you, that are not afraid of you and all of the weird things that you offer, right? Your mom, your dad, your cousins, like your kids, everybody, and just keep scanning, going through their reports and seeing like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. This is connected to this and that. But once you do the phase 1 and phase 2, you'll be a pro by then.
So top tips for someone wanting to get started with clients. Taylor's on my team, so I've already told her my tips. I'm gonna let you share yours, Steph, or even Juliana, if you want to hop in.
That was my answer to that question.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And I added a video for 7 ways to grow your AOSCAN business in the chat. So if you guys haven't clicked on it, make sure you do that.
Thank you.
And if you're feeling like you don't feel qualified enough to explain the results, then just offer inner voice. Inner voice explains itself, and you absolutely can charge for inner voice. That is for customized songs that are personalized meditation music. And I just posted a video about this on our YouTube channel, on the Team Torus YouTube channel, Quantum Essentials, because it's so important for people to understand that, like, this is the exact frequencies, the exact tones and binaural beats that you need. You do not have to go on YouTube and search for some random 528 hertz song that who knows what is actually playing in that or in the background. So yes, charge for this and do emotion code and body code sessions on yourself if you have a hard time charging. Okay, someone asked a question about in the reports, if the numbers are low or high, does that mean like an enzyme is low or high? And again, in the trainings and in the Solex videos, they will explain to you that you have to incorporate your supplement library in order to truly understand whether these things are low or high. If you have a 9 for your B12, and B12 or a B complex supplement shows up in your supplement scan, then you know it's because you need that. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on stuff. Keep an eye on those things. If enzymes in general are showing up with numbers out of range, whether they are 1s or 9s, that means you have some digestive issues going on and you probably need to be taking enzymes. And if you do a scan in inner voice or in body scans, there are recommendations made in those reports. And in those reports, it will say, suggested to take a pre-meal digestive enzyme. So you can connect the dots in lots of different ways. And it's not so much about focusing on, do I have too much? Or do I have not enough of something? It's really paying attention to it over time.
I'm not seeing where we left off.
Next is business in Canada. I don't know when they're going to announce business in Canada. Julie, do you want to chime in here?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love sharing your passion for this and seeing the opportunity. And that's what brings us around this table, is because we see this. I believe it's the future of healthcare. So it's going to sweep all over Canada. It's already hitting the States. But yes, Canada is in like a pre-launch thing that officially we can. And officially the head of customer service, I'm friends with her. She's like, go for it. Might there be glitches? Yes. Might you be on customer service a little bit more because they're still working out the fine details for Canada? Yes. Whenever I have questions like what should I say on social media about it, I call customer service to get and I'm on the phone with customer service once or twice a week, as I love knowing the fine details, and there's always something to learn. So much of our stuff is the learning about the device is covered in the training and then the little question mark box and so on. But the business side of it is where we do have to do some direct inquiry. And just like this is where we're learning, and we're going to keep giving you guys the soonest information. So go Canada, officially. Team Torus is in Canada, and we can sign up as many people as we want. And I'd rather be now ahead of the curve. No, it hasn't been announced. And there are no Canadians running with this really big in our company yet. There's only one Australian who's doing great, and everybody's excited for her. But like it's just open season right now. Healy, you guys may know Healy is kind of sweeping through Canada and different things. But I know so many dissatisfied Healy users that are looking for more and they know there's more and they do want to do a demo scan with you. Just an encouragement. If you meet somebody with a Healy, they are a great potential client and probably would buy it straight away.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, this way, you know, Mindy, playing with your device and getting familiar with it, that's where that comes in handy. There are two inner voice options. One is just the emotional report, and the other one is the vitals included with it. I personally just run the inner voice only when I am either demoing or introing people to it. Or if it's my clients, they're usually getting the full scan anyways. So,
okay. Somebody was I don't even know where we're at this point. You guys have so many great questions.
Yes, when I got an inner voice report, there was a current and previous scan, but it was my first scan. Which column should I look at? Hey, Joe, welcome. Joe, what that means is previous scan is when the device scanned you. Current scan is after it sent the optimizing frequencies. So it has nothing to do with where you scanned before. It was what happened in that session or in that moment with your scanner. We always scan and optimize. So previous scan is where your body was at energetically when it scans you, and current scan is where it was at after the optimizing frequencies were sent. We get that question a lot. I need to send another note to ask them to change the lingo on that.
Yeah,
okay.
so when you input supplements, do you specify morning, noon, or evening for each supplement? Yes, you have to put the supplements in a category. Otherwise, you will not be scanned for them. So if nothing is coming up when you scan, it's probably because you didn't put your supplements in one of those categories. It will give you the top 6 supplements. You can either enter them into the existing categories, morning, noon, or evening, or you can create a new category. Like I have done. I have the entire catalog of cell core supplements. So I have just a cell core category.
Can I jump in with a question?
Yes.
It's kind of hard to type it all. So let's say I'm putting in, I don't know, vitamin C. Do I put vitamin C morning save, vitamin C afternoon save, or can you triple save it morning, noon, and night? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I've never tried that.
I haven't tried that either.
You can. Yes, you can have it saved in multiple categories.
Like with one scan, and it'll save it into multiple. Because otherwise, that's a lot of
Going back in, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
C afternoon, vitamin C.
So,
Right.
and I prefer to categorize it by one is supplements, one is vitamins, or maybe, like you said, cell core, name brand. I don't use morning, afternoon, and evening scan button. I mean, you have to use it for inner voice, right? You hit that for the quick scan, morning, evening, but I don't categorize my supplements with the morning, afternoon, evening, because the time of day I'm doing it, I'm already choosing morning. So now I'm just curious what I'm in resonance with out of all my supplements.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. To be specific, or like when you're putting it in, when you're doing the input, so you don't have to be specific. Okay.
And
So
you can create new categories.
Yeah, when you're inputting it, you have to select one of the categories.
Mm-hmm.
And you can choose, I just tried, you can choose morning, evening, night and save it all together instead of going back in each time.
okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How to manage clients' progress. So many forget where they started. Yeah, I think this is really individualized to your practice. but having the conversations and the reflection is important. So let's review where you started when you first came here and the symptoms that you had and how are you feeling now. That self-reflection is key for them not to get lost on the journey. Then tips for using this device to better heal yourself. I will say consistency is key. Consistency is absolutely key with both the inner voice and, or the, let's just call it the whole easy scan, vitals and comprehensive. You will start to see a shift if you are using this every day or every other day in your life. You will start to see a shift in how you're feeling, and you will start to see a shift on your reports.
And I'll just add that the frequencies will help certain things, but let's say you see consistent scary things showing up. That's great. As in now we get to do something about it. Mm-hmm. I got to address parasites in a deep way last year for a 7-week thing with Cellcore, and it was in a sense life-changing, but I had been ignoring persistently the parasite issue for all my life, you know? So sometimes it forces us to address deeper issues, but now, well, there it is on my scan again. There it is. Okay, it's up to me to take up that authority and do more. Then yes, frequencies, but then.
Yes, yep. I always say this doesn't mean that you won't ever need some other type of therapy in your life or support, but it gives you the power to know so that when you go into the wellness center, you can say, okay, I need the colonic, or okay, I need the IV ozone, or give me all your supplements for a parasite cleanse. All right, Sharon, the easiest way to learn how to sign up people. Well, once they're interested, you send them your link, which you can find in your back office.
Should I have received an email to set up my website? Like I just signed up today. Is that the process that they should have sent me an email?
You should receive an email welcoming you from Solex. Yes, if you didn't get it, you should check your spam. And then we will put in right now the back office website. So that when you checked out today, you would have created a user ID and password, and you will follow this website and log in there, and you will see lots of things. But your marketing site or your link to share the device will be on that homepage.
Yeah, your custom business site in the back office is office.solexnation.com/your username, and then that's where you log in. And you can also get your sales link from there, which is really similar. It's just shop.solexnation.com/your username, and that's what you share with people. So yeah.
Sorry, I just looked it up, Sharon, and yes, there is some sort of issue with yours specifically. Your username doesn't exist. It just says shop Solex Nation. So we've got to fix that.
And that just looks like a call into Solex. I had that happened to somebody the other day as well. And they called and were able to get that resolved. So sorry about that though. And like Steph mentioned, also working with the person who directly signed you up, that's always great. They likely have had some experience with signing people up, get their tips and tricks and how they're doing it, what's working for them. Come to our calls.
Yep. Awesome. Well, that is the end of our list of questions. You guys had awesome, really great questions for us tonight. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for being here, spending your evening with us. And again, reach out to us anytime on, post your questions in one of the Facebook groups if you are online and Facebook, because our team is so helpful and they will likely have answers to questions that sometimes we don't even know how to answer. Solex customer service is incredibly helpful. If you are having some major issue with your device or troubleshooting something, then definitely give them a call or shoot them an email. They are very responsive. And yeah, welcome
Yeah,
to.
thank you, everyone. So
Yeah.
nice to meet you all and have you here with us tonight. We look forward to watching you grow and do great things with your AO scanner.
Glad to have you here. Yay.
Good night.
So have a good evening. We'll repost the replay, right?
Yes.
Cool. Thanks. Have a great night. Bye.